Starved TV initially started as a response to a demand in here. When I saw the youth in Botswana, in South Africa, the youth within arts as a whole, storytelling as a whole, lacking platforms to showcase their talents, I wanted to create platforms. We had many people in our lineage who created such platforms, starting with my father. So I saw that there wasn't a platform, and I wanted to create a platform for the youth to expose themselves. I started with an event called Be Exposed in Botswana, and then I did many other events after that. And then it grew into the intent being to use it as also a device, not just to expose the talent, but to develop the talent. And Be Exposed was one of those events that we hosted to help develop talent, where we would have artists come out and showcase their talent in front of industry people who could actually give them proper guidance on how to, if they wanted to sign, or how to, even if they didn't want to sign and be indie artists. We were very successful with that one because it was an education tool, and the whole motto behind this thing is to get the youth to love themselves as themselves. Produce short films and full-length films and tell narratives that are overlooked but very necessary for the future development of humanity. Become a tool for edutainment. It will start off, as it has started off, with it being very music-based, very the material arts, and then it'll go more towards the language arts, as far as to go to lecture series. We have festivals similar to the likes of Lyrical Lemonade. Those were some of the platforms that I was looking at and wanted to uniquely position us to do the same thing in the African market. My experience started at a very young age. I worked with my father. He was a big-time show producer and modeling agency / casting guru in Atlanta for many years. And I remember at one of the shows we had the likes of the cast from Hanging with Mr. Cooper, which had Queen Latifah, and I remember very vividly Queen Latifah pinching my cheeks and saying, "This is such a cute kid." And the fact that you got him working the walkie-talkies and whatnot at such a young age is, I don't remember the exact words, but she was very impressed by the fact that I was working the walkie-talkie. And I also modeled in that show, by the way. So my career started with seeing my father be a producer, be an entrepreneur, be in ownership of his own business called M&M Professional Services. And he did commercial ads. He was part of the first commercial ads that were done specifically to target the African American market. This was before the African American market in America was recognized as a viable market. As you can see, times have changed. So it started there. with Barclays, and that kind of sucked me in. I was modeling, and they said, "Wow, you're very natural in front of the camera." People in the acting industry, because the entertainment industry as a whole in South Africa is a very close-knit family of people. I was casted by many people, but a lady casted me and said I should do this ad and for her business, and that led to me delving into her relationships with Rachel Tambo. And this is not just a lady, but a wife, a mother, and a huge member of the Tambo family as it stands. And that relationship grew into something where we were casting for different activations, and the main event was the Gauteng Social Cohesion Carnival, and that's where we did casting of around 300 talents, and that was the full production for that event. So that led me to another job with Matilda Enterprises, where I also worked in market situations, hosting markets, developing markets, and putting together all the aspects of the market at Dar es Salaam. And those things led to tours, because a lot of the markets where things were sold dealt with farm produce, and we worked actively with a farm in Dar es Salaam where we did farm tours. So people wanted to know where the product came from, so then we developed farm tours and ways to promote that. We did something that was nice, was that we developed a cigar brand and kind of figured out a way to promote that, and that was pretty interesting too. You have to do a lot of training before the work is done, and you got to do a lot of education around timelines. But that communication, I guess, lends you to up your game. Shooting a very low budget music video with a 12-year-old in a town called Secunda. He calls himself King B. You can check the song out on Starved TV, please do. And it was shot in an area where they thought something couldn't be made.
Yeah, that's all in how to drive. People say I'm asking B, but I say I'm called Big Mode. Picking my man is king, but I'm King B. Yeah, spending my time black mode. Definitely my man.